Hey everyone, Red Rebel Jeff Jones here. Now I know I've been gone for a while. That's been for several reasons. One of the main ones is I had a serious medical issue I had to basically recover from. So sorry about not posting for a good while. It's been a couple of weeks, so sorry about that. In this video, I want to talk about socialism, and I'm going to lay out a few reasons why socialism as a system can't work. And throughout history, we have seen that it doesn't work, regardless of the society it's implemented in, because it's been implemented across different cultures, and it has still caused a lot of misery wherever it's been tried. So first off, let's define our terms. Socialism is a socio-economic system where the means of production is owned by either the state or by a collective representing the people. Its main aims are for equal wealth distribution, social welfare, and reduced wealth inequality. And the main contrast people put out there is, in terms of between socialism and free market capitalism, is that free market capitalism is private ownership and profit is the main motive. Now, the idea of socialism, on first thought, doesn't seem like it's that bad of an idea. However, delve into it for a bit longer, it's not a great idea at all. And you can kind of understand why doesn't it doesn't work. So some of the main ones would be socialism's premise is that it actually penalizes wealth creation. And as you can imagine, when people are penalized for creating wealth, they won't create wealth, which is basically the thing that is the only thing that keeps socialist systems alive, because their social welfare systems drain that wealth. But if no new wealth is being created, then the wealth runs out. So there's no wealth to distribute. Another reason, and this one is a bit more interesting because I think it really shows the difference between conservatives and liberals when it comes to individual decision making versus group decision making. And that is, and we know this from history, is that individuals are far superior at making decisions that is best for them and for society than groups like politicians. And that's a weird one. You'd think it would be the other way around, wouldn't you? Well, the main reason being is that politicians don't pay a price for being wrong. Their decisions don't affect them, which is why they tend to make really dumb decisions. Another reason, and I have talked about this in a previous video, the government is never ever able to spend money responsibly. And the main reason is they can't treat that money with respect. And for the main reason for that is because it's not their money. It's not money they've earned, it's money they take through taxation. So, how can you treat something with respect when you take it rather than earning it? And that's why individuals are much better at spending money than government is. I think the most fascinating reason why socialism doesn't work is because, and goes back to the whole idea of individuals being far superior at making decisions that's best for them, is there's almost there's almost like a paradox, I will describe it, involved in this. And that is millions of individuals making millions of decisions, individual decisions. It doesn't create the chaos that you'd expect it to create. It creates order almost every time. And it's a weird one because you think it has to create chaos because they're not coordinating with each other to make those decisions. It's like that coordination doesn't seem to be necessary to produce order because it does produce a type of order called spontaneous order. I think the journalist John Stossel does a fantastic example of that, where he goes to an ice rink and he actually tries to coordinate everyone, and it goes horribly wrong. But when you have everyone on the ice rink and you only have one rule, which is you go, is it anti-clockwise? Is the rule that they follow? If they all go in one direction, but where in the circle they go, how fast they go, when they move is on them, it creates order. And I think that works. That turns out to be the same thing with society, especially an economy. Because economy is really complex. And that's why I think the idea that an economy is like a machine or something doesn't really fit right, because an economy is made up of people. And you can't predict what millions of people will do. So I think the worst thing about socialism, and this is where it's gone horribly wrong everywhere it's been tried, is because it gives power, absolute power. And that's why authoritarians, tyrants, love socialism as a system. Castro, Maduro, even Adolf Hitler. A lot of people don't actually forget about that. Socialism was his socio-economic system. Now, okay, it was a little bit different in that technically people still owned businesses, but those businesses had to work for the good of the state. They basically had to work for the benefit of the state. And if it didn't, they got punished. Whereas in the usual stereotype of socialism, the government just takes control of those businesses. So that was the kind of the main difference, but the outcome was still the same. Socialism gives absolute power. And as that famous phrase is, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I think this kind of goes into one of the reasons why socialism attracts tyrants, attracts authoritarians as an idea. Because it gives them a way to achieve that power that they crave. I think kind of this discussion when it comes to kind of socialism, social welfare, and free markets, it's an interesting one. But I think the history of socialism is too easily forgotten. Even though countries like Venezuela, like Cuba, are experiencing it now. So the fact that people are both forgetting the past of it and what socialism is doing currently is really quite worrying. So, what do you guys think? Share your thoughts with me in the comment section down below. I would love to hear them. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and do not forget to subscribe to keep up with my latest videos. One video I've been asked to make for a while now, I will say, is a video on the whole Candace Owens turning point controversy. And that is, for those of you who don't know, is Candace Owens is basically putting forward a lot of theories as to who was involved in Charlie Kirk's murder. Because she doesn't actually believe Tyler Robinson was the man that killed him. I do have a video, and I have kind of a basic outline of a video ready to go. Only thing is, every time I get prepared to record it, something new happens which changes things. So, yeah, I'll have to update it again so it's as up to date as it needs to be. But it's definitely an interesting one. Like I have been paying attention to the claims Candace Owens has been making, although I don't think there's that much logic to them as I kind of look into them. So, and that's the thing. Like if her claims are correct and it's proven with really strong evidence, then fair enough. But she's not really providing any evidence, and that's one of the issues with it. So yeah, that's a discussion we'll have for another time. It's an interesting one, but I think it's one that kind of needs to be had.